it. Let's go to James, who is a Chelsea fan. James, good evening.
How you doing, boys? You all right?
Yeah, good. Look, it's a big result tonight. That was a big game. Had to win. Got it done. And some top performances, especially Reece James.
Yeah, we had to win tonight. Just looking at the actual game itself, I mean, that's probably Potter's biggest game of his career as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we said that.
said
agree
that,
with that. It's massive game. Early on in his Chelsea career, massive pressure. It's a must-win game.
Yeah.
Anything other than win would have been a really dreadful result. Maybe not necessarily for him, but for Chelsea, because he wasn't part of the first two games. But, yeah, massive result.
Exactly. And also, they're Italian champions, but they didn't have a sniff tonight. I don't think we played great, but we got the result that we needed. And we go to San Siro looking a lot better than them.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, Milan were shocking. I mean, if that is what the Italian champions have got to offer, if that's the best that Italy's got to offer, I mean, they should be ashamed of themselves. It was woeful.
They were poor.
Woeful.
They were poor. Listen, good performance from Chelsea, but let's have it absolutely
we talk about
right.
Tomori, Jess. I mean, no wonder Harry Maguire's playing for England.
Well, okay, that you said that, not me. It was a disappointing performance for those that travel from Milan to go to Stamford Bridge tonight. I have to say, they look like a side. If they played in the Premier League, I reckon they're top half at very best from what I saw tonight. That's what I saw.
James, what did you make of Reece James tonight? I thought it was sensational.
I mean, he's always one of the main better players from our team, especially this season when we haven't looked that great. He's always been the light of our team. Leao, there was rumours that we might have been interested in him over the off-season, but I thought Reece James had in his pocket, really.
Yeah, he was absolutely fantastic. He was. James, thanks for your call. Let's go to Dan, who's a Liverpool fan. All right, Dan?
How's it going, guys? You okay?
Yeah, good. Dan, what do you want to say?
Yeah, Jamie O'Hara was talking about the Trent versus Reece James thing, so I'm here for that. I mean, everyone seems to be thinking at the moment that Reece James is levels ahead because of this bad period that Trent's going through. Make no mistake, when both guys are at their best, it ain't a competition. It ain't a competition. You know, a couple of years ago, I'm going to use an analogy. I'm going to use a different sports for an analogy here, but you know, a couple of years ago when Tyson Fury was out of boxing and Anthony Joshua was knocking everyone out left, right and centre, and everyone was saying if these two guys ever fight, Anthony Joshua will actually clean the floor with Fury. Obviously, you look back at that now and everyone looks a bit stupid. That's how these conversations are going to look in a few years when you're comparing Trent and Reece James.
I disagree,
Trent
Dan.
is in a different stratosphere.
Dan, Reece James is going to be one of the best fullbacks in the world for the next 7-8 years.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely
I'm not
agree.
saying that
Reece
Trent's
James,
not a fantastic player, but if you look at it, you can see why Southgate doesn't put him in the team because of how good Reece James is.
Yeah, but Jason Cundy hit the nail on the head as well, didn't he? He's not picking Trent because it's not his style. He's playing five at the back with two defensive midfielders, so you know it's not particularly it's not a specific Trent problem. It's more he doesn't fit Southgate's system. But in terms of who's the better player, for me, yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan and people are going to shout biases and all this lot. For me, it's not even close. And that is no disrespect to Reece James. Reece James is phenomenal. He's a very, very good fullback. He's probably, at this stage of his career, probably more well-rounded. But in terms of the things that Trent does at an optimal level and the things that Reece James does at an optimal level, Trent is better, in my opinion.
See, both. See, this is the thing. Like, we get club bias. Right? Both can be brilliant young footballers.
Well, they both are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They both can be, right? And there's always this club bias. He's better. Do you know what? It depends what you want out of a fullback, wingback. It depends what you want. Right? What do you want, right? So for me, if you really want that high and wide attacking fullback right now, if you had to give me a choice, right? Trent has proven, right? His deliveries from those wide areas is absolutely spot on. You cannot argue with his delivery. You cannot argue with his passing accuracy. You cannot argue. If you want someone to arrive in those areas or perhaps be a little bit more defensive solid and get into those areas, then you're pricking Reece. It's as simple as that for me. Right?
I'll look at it and say if I wanted if you look at a player in a side, you want overall in every position, right? Well, if you're looking at an overall football player, for me, Reece James is better.
Well, it depends. Okay, so if you're playing a wing-back situation right now, right? For me, it's Reece. because Reece he's got a great end. He's strong. He's up and down. If you're playing that position the way that Liverpool play, where they play that, or they played last season a 4-3-3, or it looks like they're going to play a 4-2, and maybe that's why Liverpool are getting caught out on that right hand side. Then you want that player to stay high and wide. Reece can do all of that, but right now it's hard to look past Trent because of what he's got and how he's proven. Those deliveries from those wide. You about to sneeze, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
How'd you stop a sneeze?
I don't know.
What'd you do?
I don't know.
What did you just do?
What do you mean?
That was weird. You looked at me and then. How'd you stop a sneeze?
You put 2 fingers over your nose.
Yeah,
and then think of something glorious.
Oh, you filthy pig. But you just stopped to sneeze.
Yeah. It can be done.
Can it?
Yeah. Try and sneeze.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.